Yeah, first game?
Yeah.
I do. Tri-County won 1-0 over West Hartford. West Hartford.
Okay.
Yeah, Tri-County.
I'll tell you what, I saw RCP play Bristol last night. RCP ripped them to shreds.
Yeah.
Ripped them to
Yeah.
shreds. That RCP team's a nice ball.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see if they can make a run.
Well, they burned through one of their best pitchers yesterday because they had to.
Yeah.
What's that?
Started at 5-1 record.
5-1?
5-1, yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
Welcome to SEPA Field for Game 2 of today's doubleheader in the South Super Regional. This game is between Naugatuck from Zone 5 and the Zone 3 champions, Cheshire. At this time, we'll announce starting lineups and reserves for both teams. First for Naugatuck. Your reserves, number 3, Mark Nofree. Number 20, Alvin Torres. Number 27, Griffin Brown. Your starting lineup for Naugatuck. Catching, number 22, Jarrett Allen. Number 22. At second base, number 11, Corey Plasky. Number 11. First base, number 33, Will McDonald. Number 33. At third base, number 10, Derek Jagello. Number 10. The shortstop, number 24, Steve Marinero. In right field, number 1, John Chatfield. The designated hitter, number 17, Austin Barab. In left field, number 4, Derek Sampaio. Number 4. In center field, number 6, DJ Kerpus. Number 6. And pitching for Naugatuck, number 5, Nate Septula. Number 5. And now for Cheshire. First year reserves, number 12, Matt Gata. Number 14, Connor DeLaBelle. And number 35, Cole Feinauer. Starting lineup in center field, number 15, Ryan Strollo. Number 15. The shortstop, number 4, Ben Skina. Number 4. At first base, number 23, Ben Shattuck. Number 23. At third base, number 18, Ian Battipaglia. Number 18. Catching, number 24, Cole Escoto. Number 24. At second base, number 1, Paul Valleco. Number 1. In left field, number 17, Ryan Sear. Number 17. The designated hitter, number 21, Evan Sokolic. Number 21. In right field, number 32, Eli Battipaglia. Number 32. And pitching for Cheshire, number 30, Hayden Godfrey. Number 30. At this time, American Legion Post 45 General Manager Doug Wedge will read the creed, and we'll play the national anthem afterwards.
Gentlemen, congratulations for making it. Repeat after me. I will keep the rules, keep faith with my teammates, keep my temper, keep myself fit, keep a stout heart in defeat, keep my pride under control in victory, keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Good luck, guys.
President Roosevelt signed the Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American Legion.
Thank you all of the American Legion.
Well, we have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome right back here to Seppa Field in Meriden, Connecticut, in the back end of our twin build today. It's the North Super Regional presented by Connecticut American Legion Baseball, a 7-inning ball game between Naugatuck out of Zone 5 and Cheshire, the zone champion in Zone 3. Cheshire during the regular year 25-3, and Naugatuck at 16-8. Naugatuck has won 6 Connecticut State Championships in their time, dating all the way back to 1946, their last championship in 2001, so it's been quite some time. And for Cheshire, they've won 1 state championship in program history. That was in 2014. They've been dominating as a Zone 3 champ, however, winning in 2010, 12, 13, 14, 15, and most recently, obviously, here in 2018. Aiden Godfrey is on the mound, big, tall right-hander for Cheshire. Going to face a very good batting order for Naugatuck, and Jared Allen, the catcher, will lead things off in the game's first pitch. Is ball 1. Corey Plasky, the second baseman, to hit second, and Will McDonald, the first baseman, hitting third today for Naugatuck. Derek Jagello is batting in the cleanup spot, the third baseman. Steve Marinaro, the shortstop, will bat fifth. John Chatfield, the right fielder, hitting sixth. Austin Verab, the designated hitter, hitting seventh. Derek Sampaio, he'll bat eighth and play left field. And DJ Kirpus, the center fielder, hitting ninth. That's Cole Escato behind the plate, catching the balls and strikes for Cheshire. And the 2-1 pitch is hit down to the third baseman. Ian Battipaglia easily across the diamond. He's very slick fielding third baseman, by the way. And Allen is retired. You have one down, and Plasky will step up to the plate. So you got one down, just underway here in the top of inning number 1. Earlier today was Southington with a fine 3-1 win over Oakville. So they move on to the winner's bracket tomorrow. They'll play the winner of this game. The loser will take on Oakville. Plasky awaits the tall right-hander's pitch. Godfrey's fastball is fouled straight back. So the count goes to 1-1 strike. Outfield playing just about straight away. Escato behind the plate. Shattuck is your first baseman. Vallejo down at second. Skina is a shortstop, and you met Battipaglia. That's Ian Battipaglia at third base. Pitch outside. Ryan Sear, the left fielder. Ryan Strollo plays in center. Eli Battipaglia will field out in right field for Cheshire. That pitch hit on a fly to center. Strollo comes on and makes the catch. You can see that in a GoPro view, and he had 2 down, and Will McDonald, the first baseman, to the plate. Well, when this tournament began with some regional play, a lot of folks thought Stamford might be the team to beat out of Zone 4. Well, they got eliminated in just 2 games. Cheshire has motored through their regional play to make it here. Naugatuck had to get past upstart Guilford to make their way to this point. Count quickly goes 0-1 as Godfrey works quickly. That pitch in there for the strike. The first game today, about an hour and 17 minutes, just flew along. Well-pitched ball game. Matter of fact, both pitches, the starting pitches, went all the way. Here's a ground ball hit the third, scooped up by Battapaglia, and he fires it across the diamond to Shattuck for the out, and that will do it. 1-2-3 goes Naugatuck in the top of the first. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back with more American Legion baseball. That's all upcoming in just a moment, so stay with us on SportingNewsCT.com. We continue with our coverage for yet another year for American Legion baseball.
President Roosevelt signed the Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American Legion.
Thank you all of the American Legion.
Well, we have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion.
And I welcome right back here to SEPA Field in Meriden, Connecticut. Ryan Strollo will lead things off for Cheshire, center fielder. Ben Skeena, the shortstop, to hit second, and Ben Shattuck, the first baseman, in the third slot. Batting fourth, Ian Battapaglia, the third baseman. Hitting fifth, the catcher, Cole Escato. The second baseman, Paul Valecco. He'll hit sixth. Ryan Sear, the center fielder, in the seventh spot. The designated hitter is Evan Sokolik. He'll bat eighth, and Eli Battapaglia, the right fielder, is hitting ninth for Cheshire. Going up against Nate Deptula. Deptula coming in with a 5-1 record. Jared Allen is catcher behind the plate. Outfield will begin straight away. Estrollo, a real good leadoff guy. He's been seemingly around for a long time. A veteran American Legion player, you might call him. And the first pitch is in there for the strike call, and the count quickly goes 0-1 to Strollo. Napolta looking in for the sign. He's a deliberate looking lefty. Lefty on lefty here. And the pitch to the plate, curveball. Try to tuck it just over the inside corner and miss, and the count goes 1-1 Here comes a 1-1 pitch. That's down low. Cheshire post 92. John Escato, their head coach. Pete Purcell and Kevin Strollo, the assistant coaches for this Cheshire team, clad in the gray uniforms today. Got the familiar red of Cheshire in the numerals, trimmed in some black. Count level at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our balls and strikes not working on our scoreboard for some reason. Can't figure that out. Deptula's pitch, curveball, lofted in the air to the left fielder. Sampaio will put it away, and Strollo becomes an out, and you have one down. Brings up Ben Skeena. So Jared Allen behind the plate catching the balls and strikes for Naugatuck. Will McDonald down at the bag at first. Corey Plasky plays second. Steve Marinaro at the shortstop spot, and Derek Giorgillo plays the bag at third. Sampaio in left. Kirpus in center, Chatfield in right field, and that pitch is in there for the strike for the lefty. So Deptula working with one out, nobody on, his outfield straight away. Naugatuck in the field in the darker gray uniform, sharp looking gray color. I love the color gray. Pitch in there for the strike. I don't know what it is. Naugatuck trying to do something they haven't done in some 17 years, become a Connecticut state champion. That pitch a little low. First won it in 1946. Popularity of American Legion ball has changed some since the 40s. Hear legendary stories of 3,000 to 5,000 folks watching American Legion baseball in the 40s into the 50s, 60s. Times have changed all around, hasn't it? Count level at 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Skeena. And a nice season with the Cheshire High School baseball team. Hits it on the ground. Plasky will have to chase it down going towards first base side and throws out Skeena for 3 if you score at home. So you have 2 down and Ben Shattuck stepping up to the plate. Shattuck coming up with the bases empty and 2 down. So Deptula off to a good start here. The lefty looking very comfortable. Grounds crew here has done a magnificent job with Seppa Field. If you were here a couple of weeks ago, you might be shaking your head going, are they going to be able to do it? And they did. Curveball in there for the strike. Ian Battipaglia in the on-deck circle. As a matter of fact, American Legion Baseball is going to move their senior games here to Seppa Field next year. They're going to make more improvements here. That pitch just missed inside. Folks in Meriden have wonderful visions of making this a highly regarded ballpark. They love their baseball here in Meriden. The pitch a little high. Hot dog's outstanding, by the way. Had a couple off the grill between games. The ice cream truck and the music. The ice cream truck also summons me close by and had one of those twist ice creams. That was good. The soft serve there. Shattuck. He's behind here, 2 balls and actually is ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike to Deptula. Deptula, the lefty's fastball, a little high, and the count goes 3-1. They appealed. He did not go around. Marin out of the shortstop at normal depth with 2 down and nobody on. Deptula, the 3-1. Fouled off at the plate, and the count goes full at 3-2. And pulled a chain on him there a little bit. So they got a full count with 2 down. Right fielder John Chatfield playing rather deep for Naugatuck. Here comes a 3-2 delivery. That's going to be spoiled off. Nice job by Shattuck to protect the plate. He'll get another chance to swing. Just tuning in, Naugatuck went 1-2-3 in the first. Naugatuck down the field defensively. Cheshire trying to make some noise with 2 down. Here comes a 3-2 pitch, and that missed inside. That's ball 4. So Ben Shattuck, with a very patient at bat, draws a walk, and he becomes a base runner, first of the ball game.
Ian Battipaglia.
So it brings up Ian Battipaglia with 2 down to the plate. Battipaglia, along with his brother, that's Ian Battipaglia at the plate, has his brother Eli, who's the right fielder today. Curveball in there, strike call. The count goes 0-2. Should be 0-1. Yeah, there you go. They finally fix it on the scoreboard. I'm relying on them right now. Deptula leans in for the side, now checks a runner at first. Ball hit high near to the right fielder. Chatfield is over, and he'll make the catch on a dipping fly ball. Got that about knee high, and Ian Battipaglia is retired on a fly out the right. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left via walk. We'll be back with the top of inning number 2 right here on SportingNewsCT.com after these messages. Stay with us.
President Roosevelt signed the Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American Legion.
Thank you all of the American Legion.
Well, we have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
All right, right back here at SEPA Field as we continue on to the top of inning number 2. And Derek Jagello will lead things off. Jagello, the third baseman. Marinaro, and then Chatfield to follow. Middle part of the batting order to face Aiden Godfrey. Godfrey, the tall right-hander. Got 2 ground ball outs back in the first, both hit to the short-handed third baseman, Ian Battipaglia. First pitch missed. Count goes 1 ball and no strikes. Got a great view of the pitcher out in the mound. Comes with a fastball over for the strike call. We'll be here for the championship series of Senior American Legion Baseball next weekend, beginning next Friday night. 2 games, if necessary, on Saturday. That's poked in the foul territory. No chance for anybody to make a chase to it. Shattuck gave it an effort along with Eli Battipaglia, but it was out of their reach. Of course, we'll bring you the 17 and under and 15 and under championship games also here at SEPA Field a week from this coming Sunday. Jagello trying to get something going here for Naugatuck. Here comes the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 call, and he'll go sit in the dugout. So that's the first strikeout for Godfrey in the ball game, and it brings up Steve Marinaro.
Steve Marinaro.
Here in the top of inning number 2, scoreless game. Marinaro to the plate, the shortstop. Got that slightly open stance. Pitch missed outside. Outfield playing just about straight away. Once again, Sear in left, Strollo in center, Battipaglia, the right fielder defensively. Vallejo and Skeena up the middle at second and shortstop, and pitch high. Shattuck and Battipaglia, Ian Battipaglia at the corners at first and third. Cole Escato behind the plate. That pitch missed outside. Count goes 2 balls and no strikes. Godfrey ready to deal it, and the offering comes straight on with a fastball. Gets a strike call. Count goes 3-1. Taking all the way was Marinaro. Godfrey will graduate from Cheshire High School in 2020. Ground ball hit to the third baseman, scooped up by Battipaglia from the infield grass, guns it on. Some think he might be the best defensive third baseman in the state of Connecticut. So Chatfield will step up with the bases empty. Chatfield 5'10", 150, will graduate from Naugatuck High School in 2021. Makes him one of the younger guys on the playing field today. First pitch in there for the strike. 2 outs, bases empty. That missed outside. Two down, nobody on. Pitch inside had Chatfield twisting out of the way. Godfrey with 1 strikeout into the windup. Comes right at him, gets a strike call there. Godfrey drops one in for the strike 3 call. That's his second strikeout, second of the inning, and 1-2-3 goes Naugatuck. We'll be back with the bottom of inning number 2. This game is scoreless early on from SEPA Field in Meriden, Connecticut.
SportingNewsCT.com is now streaming your team's big game. SportingNewsCT.com is Connecticut's broadcast home for high school sports, college sports, and American Legion baseball. Whether it's football, soccer, basketball, hockey, baseball, softball, or lacrosse, we stream it live. Can't watch the game live? Then check out our on-demand rebroadcast. Want a keepsake? Download an audio broadcast or order a DVD. There's more. SportingNewsCT.com features interviews with coaches, players, and administrators. The game's on. SportingNewsCT.com. SportingNewsCT.com is now streaming.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined. I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and...
All right, welcome right back here to SEPA Field in Meriden, Connecticut, and leading things off will be Cole Escato. One base runner for Cheshire back in the first as Shattuck drew a walk. He was stranded at the bag at first. Into the windup is Deptula. Big swing and a miss as Escato was going for the fences. Vallejo on deck, then Sear to follow in the bottom of inning number 2. And Deptula got that big leg kick and comes to the off-speed curveball, drops it in for strike 2. Count goes 0-2 to Escato. Deptula working quickly. Interesting travail to get here for Naugatuck today to Meriden. And the pitch hit high in the air. Shallow right field. Second baseman out. And that's an athletic play by Corey Plasky. Well done by the second baseman, and Escato is retired.
Paul Vallejo.
So Vallejo will step in. Vallejo also very good fielding. Second baseman here for Cheshire. First pitch, ball 1. Vallejo, 5'8", 155, will graduate from Cheshire in 2019. That curveball a little low. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Sear in the on-deck circle. Outfield remains straight away. Chatfield in right. Purpose in center. Sampaio, the left fielder, pitch in there for the strike call. Willie McDonald playing behind the bag at first. Deptula ready to deal it, and the lefty's pitch. Hit on a hop down to the second baseman. Plasky's having a busy half inning and throws on the first. Vallejo retired, 2 down. Brings up Ryan Sear.
Ryan Sear.
Sear will graduate from Cheshire in 2019. They're going to have a very fine high school baseball team next year. Deptula, Nathan Deptula out on the mound, also graduate from high school in 2019 as he attends Naugatuck High School. Pitcher is 5'11", 175. Pitch down low, ball 1 to Ryan Sear. Sear digging back in. From a physical standpoint, Cheshire one of the bigger teams, my estimation, here in American Legion play. We're down to our final 8, day 1 of the North and South Super Regionals. Aiden Blanc and Steve Riley calling baseball for us in Bristol today. Pitch down low. We'll try to bring you up to date on the game between Ellington and RCP. That game might be delayed from the start here. Ball is popped up and it's going to be caught in the back pedal by Will McDonald. Deptula with an easy 1-2-3 inning, at least from our perspective here, some distance away. We'll be back with the top of inning number 3, still scoreless between Naugatuck and Cheshire on SportingNewsCT.com.
President Roosevelt signed the Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
Well, we have millions of veterans that are members of our organization.
Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor-veterans to find out more.
All right, welcome right back as we move on to the top of inning number 3. Varab to lead it off. Austin Varab, the designated hitter, facing Aiden Godfrey, and the pitch will skip to the backstop. Big swing and a miss. That curveball, that had Varab ducking out of the way. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. 7, 8, 9 in the batting order. Facing Godfrey here in the third. Godfrey, big leg kick from the tall right-hander. Fastball missed inside. Here's a ground ball. It's hit down to the second baseman and thrown on the first by Vallejo. So Varab has retired 1 down. That is 7 in a row retired by Aiden Godfrey. Sampaio to the plate, the left fielder. Number 8 hitter in the lineup here for Naugatuck. We get time call. I don't know if there's problem with Godfrey or not. Everybody's coming together. Looks like Godfrey's going to be okay, which is good news. And the pitch missed outside. Kerpis in the on-deck circle. Sampaio trying to get something going offensively for Naugatuck. It's been quiet for him thus far. They've had 1 ball out of the infield, a fly ball by Corey Plasky back in the first. The Godfrey pitch missed outside. They were showing bunt. The count goes 3 balls and no strikes. And that's ball 4. So interesting. For Godfrey, they stop play for just a moment to make sure he's okay, and then he promptly walks a batter. And that puts a runner on for Naugatuck. That's their first base runner of the ball game.
Hey, DJ. Come on, DJ. Hey, Kerpon. Stand up, DJ. 4 straight balls, good.
GoPro may have slipped a little bit as was hit by Well, it wasn't hit exactly by a pitch, but it rattled to the screen here. So try to fix that between innings for you if we can. There's a swing and a miss. RCP leads Ellington out of town. That game in the top of the third. The Godfrey pitch curveball down low. Nearly got away from the catcher. Escato did a nice job on it. Kirpus at the plate. Count 1-2 strikes. And a runner on at the bag at first. Godfrey likes the sign from the catcher, but comes high with the fastball. And the count goes level at 2-2 strikes. Top of the order, and Jared Allen on deck. Pitching so vital, obviously, in the game of baseball. In particular, when you're talking American Legion play, you don't have a 25-man roster with all kinds of specialty guys. And the count goes full 3-2. Godfrey retired the first 7 he faced, and he walked a guy. Now he hangs that long right arm down, gets the sign from the catcher, Escato, and the pitch to the plate. 3-2 pitch, strike 3 call over the outside corner. Purpose was down to the bag at first, and he'll go back to the dugout, and you got 2 out.
The catcher, Jarrett Allen.
That brings up Allen. Grounded out 5-3 his first plate appearance. So you got 2 down, runner on the bag at first. Godfrey, high fastball, check of a swing by Allen. Got Plasky in the on-deck circle. Sampaio will step away, measures a lead away. Shattuck trying to hold him tight over there. Godfrey checks the runner. Another fastball up high. So the count goes to 2 strikes. Pitch count going up for Godfrey here, Tad, in this half inning of work. Sailed through the first 2 innings. Naugatuck a little more patient now at the plate. That will make a pitcher work, and that pitch up high. So Allen falls behind, 3 strikes. Escato's going to come out to make sure he's okay. As they have a bit of a chat. The 3-0 pitch, and he got the strike call. Allen started to walk towards first base. Plate umpires don't love that. They may make you pay for that. The strike zone is all about what they perceive, as you know. Ground ball hit down to Vallejo, had to chase it down and throws onto the bag at first for the out, and Allen retired 4-3. So the walk doesn't hurt. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We'll be back with the bottom of inning number 3 right after these messages on SportingNewsCT.com. Stay with us.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't.
Well, we're moving into the bottom of inning number 3. Sokolic to the plate. Eli Battipaglia to follow. And then the top of the order in Ryan Strollo against Deptula on the mound. A left-hander into the windup, and the pitch. Drops in a curveball for the strike. He's like a lefty. A classic lefty is the words I'm searching for. Ground ball hit down to the first baseman, McDonald, unassisted, put out there, 1 down. So you got 1 down here on the bottom of the 3rd.
Eli Battipaglia.
Here comes Eli Battipaglia to the plate. The pitchers, the starters here, Deptula and Godfrey. In a duel right now. Each team has had 1 base runner via walk. That is it. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pitch over the outside corner, the Eli Battipaglia, the right fielder. Deptula to deal it. Curveball, low number, could be trouble. Deptula will pick it up. Zings a throw onto the bag at first. That's a marvelous play by the pitcher. 1-3, Battipaglia retired. That's just good work.
Ryan Strollo.
That's going to bring up Ryan Strollo with 2 down. Base is empty. Strollo with a fly ball to the left fielder his first time. Lefty on lefty. Deptula with a big sigh out in the hill, and the left-hander's pitch. Fastball and missed outside. Not overpowering. He shows pretty good placement, however, doesn't he? Drops in it, the curveball for the strike, and the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Ben Skeena in the on-deck circle. And Deptula to deal it. Ball hit down the left field line in the foul play and out of the reach of Derek Sampaio. Gave it a good run. You really got to admire the dedication of these young men playing summertime baseball, American Legion baseball, a lot of games, short period of time. They give up 5-6 weeks of their summer that they could be doing many other things for the love of the game. And of course, to all the contributors to American Legion baseball, the volunteers and grounds crew members and state committee members, all the hard work they put in to make this a very enjoyable experience as a strike 3 call. So Strollo goes down on strikes. Deptula with a very strong inning. He got him 1, 2, 3. He's retired his last 7. We'll be back with the top of 4. That's upcoming after this. It's still a scoreless game on SportingNewsCT.com.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways.
All right, Corey Plasky will lead things off here. Plasky fly ball out his first time, so he's 0 for 1 is Corey Plasky, the second baseman for Naugatuck, as we move quickly here to the 4th inning. Aiden Godfrey struggled a little bit. He walked a batter in the 3rd, went full on a couple. Trying to find his rhythm again after retiring the first 7 he faced, and he gets a strike call there. 1 base runner for Naugatuck via walk back in the 3rd. Plasky, McDonald, Jagello, the scheduled hitters. Outfield straight away, Sear, Strollo, and Patapaglia. The Godfrey pitch. Fastball zips too high. He's been up in the strike zone a tad. Neither team is threatened thus far. All about pitching today, at least here in the South Super Regional. That ball hit high in the air, but right to the right fielder, Eli Patapaglia. And Corey Plasky with a fly ball out.
Baseman.
So he's 0 for 2, brings up Will McDonald, who grounded out to the 3rd baseman, Ian Batapaglia's first time. So 2nd time through the batting order for Aiden Godfrey, the big, tall righty, out in the mound for Cheshire. He's into the windup, and the pitch to the plate. Missed low and away for ball 1. Quite a pitching performance put together by the winner earlier for Southington. And Nick Borkowski allowed just 1 hit. A little blooper, and that's going to be a base hit for Will McDonald. And he becomes the 2nd base runner of the game for Naugatuck. Hit that off the handle, and it just had enough strength to get its way to the outfield grass.
Derek Jagello.
And Jagello now stepping up to the plate with 1 on. And 1 out here in the 1/2 inning. So Jagello's trying to keep things extended here. Yeah, Borkowski, the winner today for Southington. There's a ball hit towards the gap in left center field, falls in for a base hit, fielded by Ryan Strollo. And now you got runners at 1st and 2nd. Good job by Strollo to get to that ball. Sear gave it a great effort. You know, Sear can take some chances as he tried to cut that off with an interesting angle, because Strollo's so good out there in center, and he backed him up beautifully. But anyways, that's back-to-back singles, and runners on 1st and 2nd now for Marinero, and Naugatuck is threatening. With 1 down, they got 2 on. Pitch popped up. Foul territory and out of play. Shattuck has no chance to get there. Borkowski in his win through just 79 pitches. His opposition, Adam Stinson, pitched well enough to win, gave up just 3 runs. There's a little roller charged by the shortstop to throw on the run the first, and that's beautifully done by Ben Skeena. That was impressive.
The right fielder,
6'3", he had to run in a flat-out fly and throw that across. That will advance the runners to 2nd and 3rd with 2 down. What a play there by Ben Skeena. Hope everybody appreciated his gift of movement there and the ability to throw a little bit off balance on the money over to Ben Shattuck. What a chance for Chatfield. Chatfield struck out his first time. He's 0 for 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And missed inside, and the count goes 2 balls. No strikes. And Godfrey kicking up some dust in front of the rubber, that top of that mound, cleaning things up. Chatfield looking for a key 2-out base hit. He's got 2 in scoring position. Pitch inside, nearly clipped him. Designated hitter Austin Varab is on deck. Chatfield looking for just a little time to get comfortable. And the pitch down the heart of the plate for the strike. Count 3 balls, 1 strike to Chatfield. Chatfield away till back out. Naugatuck trying to move on to the winner's bracket, similar to what Cheshire's trying to do. Winner will take on Southington tomorrow. Ball hit high in the air, foul territory, plenty of room, and over to make the play is Ryan Sear for the inning's final out. That's going to do it. He had the consecutive hits, but no runs. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left, 3 stranded now by Naugatuck. We're back with the bottom of the 4th. It's still scoreless between Cheshire and Naugatuck.
President Roosevelt signed the Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American Legion.
Thank you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
Well, they move on to the bottom of the 4th here, but they're in a lightning delay in Bristol. They had some lightning, and the game is tied at 1 in their back-end game between Ellington and RCP. Ellington and RCP, that's right. Forgot where I was for just a second. So we're on the bottom of the 4th inning here, and Skeena to lead it off. Skeena, Shattuck, and Battapaglia. So they're in a delay. Deptula, the pitch. In there for the strike. Naugatuck, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Cheshire zeros across the board right now. Naugatuck has stranded 3. Cheshire has left 1 on base back in the 1st via walk. Skeena grounded out. Shortstop swings from the left side. Outfield just about straight away. Deptula looking in. The lefty ready to deal it. Little ground ball. Marinaro will field it. Has no play. Stumbled just a little bit. That ball might have had a bit of funky spin on it too. And he'll eat the baseball. So Skeena's going to be awarded an infield single.
Ben Shattuck.
That'll be the first hit of the game for Cheshire. That brings up Ben Shattuck. Shattuck walked his first plate appearance, so another lefty to face Deptula. Deptula leans in with a runner on, checks a runner over there, and he'll throw that way. Let's see if Cheshire goes a little small ball here. So their hit barely made it to the lip of the infield grass, the inner lip of the infield grass. Deptula's going to deal up high to Shattuck. Count goes 1 ball and no strikes. Tri-County with a 1-0 win over West Hartford earlier today. That pitch, boy, that had him scattering out of the way. Shattuck just got that chin and noggin out of there. And Deptula again checks the runner. Here comes the pitch. Curveball. Miss inside. Count goes 3-0. And Deptula in jeopardy of putting himself in a bit of a pickle here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Losers bracket games tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Winners bracket games at 4 p.m. We'll be here and in Bristol for full coverage. Pitch over for the strike, and the count goes 3-1. Outfield playing just about straight away. Chatfield rather deep and right. A little soft toss to the bag at first. Runner got back over there. Here it comes, 3-1. Drops down low, ball 4. So Shattuck walked for the second time today, and he got runners at first and second, nobody out, and Ian Battapaglia stepping up to the plate.
Ian Battapaglia.
And there'll be a conversation on the mound. They want to make sure Deptula perhaps is comfortable out there. Maybe talk a little strategy in that infield. So you had the little infield roller for a base hit, then the walk to Shattuck. And you got 2 on, nobody out for Cheshire. It's a team that can put up a bunch of runs if you give them a lot of opportunity, and they have some opportunity right now. Naugatuck would love a double play ball, obviously. At last report, a lightning delay in Bristol. Deptula, the pitch. Curveball missed outside. Ian Battapaglia with a fly ball out his first time was showing bunt perhaps. Deptula. Pitch in there for the strike. They were rolling the shortstop behind the third baseman, expecting perhaps a bunt by Ian Battapaglia, so the third baseman will cover a bunt. There, an arrow getting some exercise into that shortstop spot. 2 on and nobody out, and a big opportunity here for Cheshire. Battapaglia shows bunt, pulls it back. Here comes a pitch. He's swinging. Hits it straightaway center field, and coming on the center fielder to make the catch. Kirpus with a beautiful play. Oh, he gave it all his might in a headlong dive towards the infield. Put a star next to that one. That's a beautiful, beautiful play, and he got 1 down, 1 crucial out. And brings up Cole Escato. Popped up to the second baseman his first time, and Jared Allen wants to have a chat with his pitcher. What a big play that was a moment ago.
Let's go, 5. Hey, Nate, dog. Spin me one, Nate. Spin me one. Hey, give us the ground ball here, kid.
Deptula's left-handed pitch, swing and a miss as he challenges Escato, who has given that a big swing. Count goes 0-1. Skeena at the bag at second. He singled to get on. Shattuck walked. He's at first. He got 1 down. Scoreless game. Nearly midway through. Or more now. 7-inning game. We're in the bottom of the 4th. That ball hit on a line in the left field. Takes a funny bounce past Sampaio, and it's going to roll all the way to the fence. Couple of runs are going to score. Is all the way from first. Battapaglia, and that is some misfortune there for Naugatuck. Sampaio, I don't know if he would have had a chance to get Skeena if they would have sent him on that. But boy, took a funny bounce. I really can't blame the outfielder for that. I don't think there'll be any error at all. That may just go as a straight double and 2 RBI. We'll check with the official score between innings, but kind of that's the way I see it. Anyways, for the most part, that's 2 runs up on the board for Cheshire. And Vallejo stepping in. What a tough break for Naugatuck there. Deptula is pitched to the plate, and that's going to be popped up in the foul territory. Third baseman over. Jagello able to make the play, and you get 2 down. Pop up in the foul territory.
Ryan Sear.
And brings up Ryan Sear. Sear popped up to the first baseman, his first plate appearance. So Cheshire with 2 on the board. Single and a walk to start the inning. They both come around on the 2-run double by Escato until we hear differently. Deptula spins and looks a runner back to the bag. Curveball missed outside. Garrett Allen was looking for a little help from the field umpires. There's 2 of them. Deptula with a long look in. This Naugatuck team has played on the brink of elimination this entire tournament when you think about it. They've had to win and I don't want to go into that situation again this weekend. They'd love to somehow battle back here against this Cheshire team. Cheshire's been cruising. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Ryan Sear. Sear will dribble that foul towards the third base dugout, the home of the Cheshire team today. Post 92. Naugatuck making their camp on the first base side and not too far from us. A peanut's throw away. Nate to work from the belt. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. But some damage is done, as that's a second strikeout collected by Deptula. But on the board goes 2 runs for Cheshire on 2 hits. There was a walk and 1 left. We'll be back with the top of the 5th right after this.
President Roosevelt signed the Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
Well, we have millions of veterans that are members of our organization.
Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
President Roosevelt signed.
All right, we're back here at SEPA Field in Meriden, and Austin Varab will step up to the plate. He grounded out his first plate appearance. Godfrey continues to work, now working with a 2-run lead as his teammates put up 2 in the 4th. 2-run double by Cole Escato. Driving in Skeena, who had singled, and Shattuck, who had walked. That ball hit out the right, and unfortunately for Naugatuck, right at Eli Battipaglia, and Varab is retired on a fly ball.
Eric Sampaio.
And Sampaio now stepping in. He walked his first plate appearance. Matter of fact, he is just one of 3 base runners today for Naugatuck. Kerpis is on deck. Pitch a tad high. Sampaio trying to get something going here. He wants to get on base for the second time, obviously. Here comes the pitch. They're still in a lightning delay in Bristol with the score tied at 1 between Ellington and RCP. Pitch over for the strike. Godfrey looking patient and loose at the mound, and there's a fastball to prove that point. Swing and a miss by Sampaio. No lineup changes for either team. We're in the 5th inning. The winner of this Super Regional moving on to the championship best 2 of 3 series next weekend, Friday and Saturday, best 2 of 3 with 1 game on Friday night and a couple of games if needed on Saturday. The winner of the Connecticut American Legion best 2 of 3 championship series will represent Connecticut at the Northeast Regional in Worcester, Mass at Holy Cross. Into the windup is Godfrey. Deals. That ball hit on the nose and past the glove of the diving Skeena and into left field. That is the 3rd hit of the ball game. That's a 1-out single. Good job of hitting by Sampaio. And now you got a base runner on at first with 1 down. Naugatuck is actually out hitting Cheshire 3-2. But they trail on the scoreboard 2-0. It's all about when you hit them sometimes. And yeah, you go back to that Cheshire 2-run bottom of the 4th. He had that great catch by Kerpis in center field. And things could have been a lot worse there. There's a swing and a miss by DJ. He's at the plate now. Speak of the devil. 0 for 1. Called out on strikes back in the 3rd. Thought he had drawn ball 4. Good eye. Pitch inside. Count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. Top of the order, and Jared Allen in the on-deck circle for Naugatuck. That's fouled off the foot. Kerpis had to hurt a little bit. He'll limp around. Plate umpire might give him a moment or two to let the sting go away. Runner at first base. With just 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning. Naugatuck at the plate. And the pitch. He checked the swing, and that was over for the strike. That is the 4th strikeout for Aiden Godfrey. And that will bring up the catcher, Jared Allen. Allen 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice for Naugatuck. So they got a runner at first with 2 down. Trailing on the scoreboard 2-0. Winner of this game playing at 4 tomorrow. That pitch over for the strike. They'll take on Southington. The loser will take on Oakville at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Godfrey. The runner goes. The pitch was inside. It's a ball. No throw by Escato. A little bit of a delayed steal there by Sampaio. Got himself in the scoring position. Now can Naugatuck come up with a big hit. You got Plasky in the on-deck circle. Pitch spotted over the outside part of the plate, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Some of the folks didn't like that strike call. Godfrey, long look in. The right-hander stands tall. Checks the runner in scoring position at second. Curveball. Just missed. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sears, Strollo, Battapaglia in the outfield all straight away. Curveball hit on a hop. Down to Vallejo and on the first, and that will end the inning. Allen retired for 3. No runs. He had the one hit, runner stranded at the bag at second. So they've stranded 4. Has Naugatuck. We'll pause. We'll be right back after these messages. Stay with us on SportingNewsCT.com.
Defending our freedom. Pay tribute to
President Roosevelt signed the Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
Well, we have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
All right, welcome right back as we make our way into the bottom of inning number 5. Cheshire posted 2 in the 4th. They have a lead, and once again a lightning delay in Bristol with the score between RCP and Ellington tied at 1. Earlier today, it was Tri-County over West Hartford 1-0 in Bristol. And, of course, in our broadcast game right here, Southington 3, Oakville 1. The skies are not darkening here in Meriden. They still see some blue and plenty of sun, but they are thickening of the clouds in some areas, and the wind just has that bit of a feel to it, so I don't know if something might be moving through the area. I'm not a weatherman. I leave that to my partner, Steve Riley. A lot of baseball to be played over the next couple of days. Looking at the GoPro view from Bristol, where we're also broadcasting today. Looks like the tarp is out also, so they may have some rain there too. Go along with that thunder and lightning that usually occurs together, kind of simultaneously.
the designated
Evan
hitter.
Sokolic stepping up to the plate. You got Eli Battapaglia in the on-deck circle. Deptula still on the hill. Left-hander touched up for a couple of runs back in the 4th. Really just kind of an unlucky inning for Naugatuck. I mean, the base hit by Skeenan to lead off the inning was just a little dribbler to the lip of the infield grass, the inner lip, and there was no play for Marinaro to make. And you have the walk to Shattuck. And then that double by Escato, even though he hit it hard out in the left field, it just took a crazy bounce on Sampaio and scooted all the way towards the fence there, and 2 runs scored. Matter of fact, Shattuck scored all the way from the bag at first. Deptula continues to work quickly. The curveball hangs up there. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Pitch a tad low. Couple of walks issued by Deptula today. Nate giving up just a couple of hits. left-handed pitch, and he drops it in for the strike three call. Boy, he needed that. That's his second consecutive strikeout and third overall. And you have one down here in the bottom of the fifth inning. So great work by Deptula to get back into that count there. He did the job. Kept that leadoff batter off the bases. Eli Battipaglia dribbled one back to the pitcher his first time, and he'll take strike one. Ryan Strollo in the on-deck circle. The pitch missed inside. We certainly encourage you to come on out to SEPA Field over the next 8 days or so, as they'll have full coverage of this South Super Regional through Wednesday. And, of course, they'll host the American Legion Championship games Friday and Saturday of next week, along with Sunday of next week. 1-1 pitch, hit on the ground, in the foul territory, scooped up by third baseman. Gigello smartly picking it up there. Battipaglia trying to become a base runner here for the first time today. He got underneath that one, popped it up and out of play. Behind us, you can see the catcher flicking his mask off. Great view through the GoPro of that. And Deptula to deal it. That's a little high. Three-two pitch. That's a long ride down the left field line, and that's going to drift foul. Hit it down towards the foul pole to Battipaglia. Nearly got it all there. That pitch, strike three call. Battipaglia, who had hit a long foul. Watch that one fly by the knees. Good pitch there by Deptula. That's his fourth strikeout, third in a row. And he's starting to find that energy again. You have two down and nobody on. Strollo to the plate. He's 0 for 2, the leadoff hitter for Cheshire. Looking ahead to the Naugatuck sixth inning, Plasky, McDonald, and Gigello, the scheduled hitters. That pitch will bounce off of home plate to the backstop. If you're tuning in from Bristol to check out this game, they are in a rain delay, lightning delay. Ball batted high up into the air. Left fielder coming on and making the catch is Sampaio. And that will do it. A 1-2-3 inning for Nate Deptula. We'll be back with the top of inning number 6, 2-0. Cheshire with the lead over Naugatuck on SportingNewsCT.com.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
but most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
You're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
You also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
It is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The second baseman, Corey Plasky.
All right, Corey Plasky to lead things off for Naugatuck here in the top of the 6th inning. You got McDonald to follow. Jagello thereafter. Aiden Godfrey. He's allowed just 3 hits. He's walked 1. Was a little uncomfortable back in the 3rd, but has overcome any aches and pains. Gave up consecutive singles in the 4th and wiggled out of that 2-on, 1-out jam. And that's the biggest or the most problematic episode he's had. Did allow a base hit back in the 5th inning. Plasky's 0 for 2, and the pitch to the left-handed hitter is in there for the strike. Very comfortable breeze here at SEPA Field. It was warm and humid earlier today. It just feels like a cold front might be pushing through. And there's a ball lobbed in the left field, and that's a leadoff single for Plasky. Let's see. That is the first time in the ball game that Naugatuck has had the fortune to put a leadoff runner on base. Let's see what they can do with that now, trailing by 2 runs here in the 6th. Going to bring up Will McDonald, who's singled in 2 tries. So he's 1 for 2. Part of the batting order that's given Godfrey a little bit of a hiccup. There's a fly ball to center, however, and Strollo will camp and make the catch, and McDonald on a swing is retired. So you have 1 down and 1 on.
The third baseman.
And it's going to bring up
Derek Jagello.
Jagello to the plate here. He has singled in 2 tries, struck out. Plasky at first. Marinaro in the on-deck circle. Godfrey to deal it. Comes with a fastball and gets ahead of the hitter quickly. Aiden has a couple of strikeouts today. He only walked 1. Runner goes, pitch up high, throw on down by Escato, the tag, and he'll be safe there. Plasky somehow escaped through. Vallejo tried to put the tag on him, the second baseman. So Naugatuck now with 1 down has a runner in scoring position. Kind of an awkward slide perhaps by Plasky. I think he shook himself up just a little bit. Godfrey checks a runner at second. Leg kick deals. Little roller. Charge to the infield grass. Skeena across the diamond. Takes a beautiful angle to that. Second time he's made a graceful play. First one perhaps where he had to take that angle to the infield grass. A little more difficult, a little more severe, threw a little more off balance. But again, he makes a nice play, and you have 2 down. This infield for Cheshire looks very good. Abatapagli at third, Skeena, Vallejo. You got Shattuck at first. First pitch, ball 1 to Marinaro with 2 down. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice to the left side of the infield. Godfrey, a little twist off the rubber. Take a look at the runner going on back. Naugatuck first won a state championship back in 1946. They've captured an American Legion championship 6 times. That's popped up way up in the air, and making the catch has been Skeena. So that's a major league pop-up for the out. We're back with the bottom of the 6th. Still 2-0. Naugatuck out hitting Cheshire 4-2, but they're trailing. Back with more after this.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care.
Using a GoPro view here today to bring you all the super regional action over the weekend. We'll bring you the GoPro view, but three other cameras will go along with it to bring you up close and personal with replay and alike. Looking forward to that. This is Ben Skeena leading things off. He has done a heck of a job at the shortstop spot today. Swings at the first pitch and pops it up. Outfield grass. Shortstop Marinaro will put it away for out number one here in the bottom of the sixth inning.
The first baseman, Ben Shattuck.
That's going to bring up Ben Shattuck, who has walked and scored. Skeena, by the way, is now 1 for 3 with a run scored. So here comes the pitch to the plate, and it's in there for the strike call. Outfield just about straight away. Sampaio in left, Kerpis in center, Chatfield in right field, and the pitch. It missed outside. Shattuck, number 3 in the lineup, was given the fits to Deptula today with a pair of walks. Pitch missed inside. Got Ian Battipaglia in the on-deck circle. Looking ahead for Naugatuck, Chatfield, Barab, and Sampaio with the scheduled hitters. That's fouled off the catcher. That's got to sting a little bit. This game started promptly at 4 o'clock. About an hour and 18 old. First game today went an hour and 17 or so. Curveball, swing and a miss, and the strikeout of Shattuck. So he goes back to the dugout for the first time, discouraged today. That is the 5th strikeout for Nate Deptula.
Third baseman,
and you have 2 down.
Ian Battipaglia.
Brings up Ian Battipaglia. Battipaglia 0 for 2. He hit 2 fly ball outs, perhaps robbed of a base hit by DJ Kerpis back in that 4th inning. That was a huge catch. Oh, Cheshire might have more on the board right now. That was the inning they did all the damage. They scored both their runs for the 2-0 lead. Outfield remains just about straight away. Pitch dropped in for the strike. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. And Deptula deals. Ground ball, long way to go. Marinaro will field it. That's a long throw to the stretching McDonald, and not in time. An infield hit for the quickly moving down the line, Ian Battipaglia.
Cole Escato.
That's his first hit of the ball game. And now a 2-out base runner here in the 6th inning with Escato coming to the plate. Ripped the ball out to left field. His last plate appearance, it brought home 2 runs. You know, he did get a bit of a two-at-his bounce when it bounced past Derek Sampaio, but he laced it. It was definitely a base hit. Most likely would have brought home 1 run, you expect, when it scooted past the left field, no fault of his own. Now they got the runner hung up. They throw behind him. The throw, nobody covering the bag. Plasky, the second baseman, was trying to get there, and Battipaglia got banged up a little bit going into that bag. I don't know if the ball hit him or not. May have taken some dust, too, up into the face. Might have been the ball that glanced off his face there. They threw behind him. McDonald trying to get it to perhaps Corey Plasky, the second baseman, the cover. It was kind of an awkward slide, too, by Battipaglia, but I guess that is a stolen base. It looks like he's going to be okay. So Escato has a runner in scoring position now at 2 down. Deptula ready to deal. Battipaglia dusts off a little bit. Takes a lead away from that bag at second. He's okay. Pitch up high. Well, they had him, did Naugatuck, but they couldn't execute it. There's nobody there for McDonald to throw to. Curveball, missed the mark. Count goes 2 balls and no strikes. First base open, Vallejo on deck. He's been handled easily. Scotto is 1 for 2 with the 2 RBIs, and they will intentionally walk him. That's the first walk issued all day long today by the pitching.
Second baseman, Paul Vallejo.
No, what am I talking about? He had a walk back in the 4th inning and a walk in the 1st inning. Game 1, they didn't have any walks. I guess I was just mixing up the games there for a second. So anyway, she got runners at 1st and 2nd. And Vallejo to the plate. It was 0 for 2. Here in the 6th, Deptula. Miss low. Count goes 1 ball, no strikes. Ryan Sear in the on-deck circle for Cheshire. And Nate Deptula checks a runner. That's Battipaglia at second. Comes with a straight fastball, gets a strike call. And the count goes 1-1. Deptula again looking in for that sign. He'll work from the belt. Curveball hit the batter, Escato. Now you got runners. I should say Vallejo. Now you got runners on all the bases. So they're at 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. With 2 down here. And Ryan Sear to the plate, who's 0 for 2. He has popped up to 1st and struck out today. Number 7 hitter in the lineup for Cheshire. Well, they're trying to just break this game wide open right now. They lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. And hold on, there'll be a little conversation out on the mound. If you're just tuning in, Cheshire leads it 2-0. They scored 2 in the 4th. The leadoff single by Ben Skeena. Then Ben Shattuck walked for the 2nd time in the ball game. Ian Battipaglia was robbed of a base hit, but then Cole Escato came to the plate, and baseball certainly has a way, like life does, of balancing itself out. And he doubled when the ball scooted past Sampaio on a bad bounce, and 2 came home, and that's all we've had up on the board thus far. Your line score for Naugatuck, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. For Cheshire, 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors here today. Deptula to face Sear, who's 0 for 2. Pitch, hit down the line. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Throw to the bag at 3rd, not in time. And how about Ryan Sear delivering? He'll take 2nd base on the throw, so that's a base hit and 2 RBIs. Battipaglia easily scores. Escato hustling. Vallejo ends up at 3rd base, and it is now 4-0. Sokolic to the plate, who's 0 for 2. Well, the what-ifs for Naugatuck, they did not execute on that rundown they had of Battipaglia. They would have been out of the inning. Instead, we've seen an intentional walk, a hit batter, and a 2-run base hit, with Sear taking 2nd on a throw to 3rd. Pitch down low. So 4-0 you score. Naugatuck has a lot of work to do in the top of the 7th inning. Winner of this game plays at 4 tomorrow versus Southington. The loser plays at 1 versus Oakville. Pitch in there for the strike 3 call, and that will do it. Well, a lot of damage done there. 2 more put up on the board on a couple of hits, and 2 left on base. We'll be back with the top of 7, 4-0 Cheshire with the lead. Stay with us.
President Roosevelt signed the Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
Well, we have millions of veterans that are members of our organization.
Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique...
All right, back here for the top of 7 in Bristol. Not as much luck. They have postponed things now. They'll make a decision at 6:30 tonight whether to resume the game at 8 p.m. So it's going to be a long wait there in a game that started at 4 o'clock. So they have stopped the game in Bristol, tied at 1, Ellington and RCP. Decision to be made at about 6:30, and they'd like to restart at about 8 o'clock. So here, Chatfield was just hit by a pitch, and he's down to the bag at first, and a glimmer of hope here for Naugatuck, down by 4 runs. Not over till it's over, obviously. Somebody said that of fame. Austin Verrab to the plate. He's 0 for 2. So you got a runner at first. Godfrey's pitched a very efficient game here today and comes right at him with a strike call. He threw some heat right there. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for Naugatuck, 4 runs, 3 hits and no errors for Cheshire. That pitch a little high. Yeah. I thought Cheshire had another hit. They got 4 hits. So each team with 4. There's a ground ball hit to the first baseman. They go for the out at the lead bag and back to first, and that's going to be a double play. Alert play by Shattuck as Rab hits into a 3-6-3 double play, and you have 2 down here in the inning.
Derek Sampaio.
So Sampaio will step up to the plate with 2 down. As Deptula pitched a pretty good game today. Looks like he may come up on the losing end of things. Aiden Godfrey has pitched a heck of a game here likewise. And he'll come out perhaps as a winner, leading 4-0 here. Naugatuck down to their final out. Sampaio, however, is 1 for 1 today with a walk. So he's been tough from that 8 slot. Kerpis in the on-deck circle, however, has been overmatched. He has struck out twice, caught looking. Godfrey. It looked like he was a little bit damaged out there in the mound. Back in the 3rd. Able to overcome any discomfort. And the righty looking hot out there. Gets a fly ball to the right fielder, should do it. Eli Battipaglia will make the one-handed catch. Cheshire with a very efficient job done here today. They beat Naugatuck by the score of 4-0. That sets up a pair of games here at SEPA Field in Meriden tomorrow at 1 p.m. It will be Oakville taking on this Naugatuck team at 4 p.m. We will have an interesting matchup between the winners here, Cheshire and Southington. No strangers to each other. They played 4 times, I think, during the regular season. Cheshire won them all. So let's see what happens there. Your final score, 4-0. Here's your line score for Naugatuck. No runs, 4 hits, no errors. For Cheshire, 4 runs on 4 hits and no errors. Really, both pitchers pitched a heck of a game here today. Offensively, for Naugatuck, they had a couple of guys come up with hits. Plasky had a single. McDonald had a base hit. Jagello had a base hit along with Sampaio, but they couldn't get him at the right time. They did not have consecutive hits of more than 2 hits in an inning other than once when McDonald and Jagello had back-to-back base hits in the 4th. On the flip side for Cheshire, they were held at bay by the tough luck loser today, Deptula, into the 4th inning when Skeena had an infield single that made the lip of the grass. Baseball so cruel. Then Shattuck walks. A great play by the outfielder Kerpis and holds the runners at first and second. And then Scotto rips one to left field, takes a bad bounce past Sampaio to score, and really from that point on, Cheshire was just dominating on the hill with Godfrey, who picked up the win here. They would add 2 more insurance runs in the sixth inning, all coming with 2 outs. You had the base hit by Battipaglia. They had him in a rundown. They couldn't execute. Could Naugatuck, then the intentional walk, a hit batter, and then 2 brought home on the Ryan Sear single for your final score. All right, that's going to do it right here from SEPA Field today. We'll see you again tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Looking forward to it. Stay tuned to what's going on in Bristol. They're in the midst of a rain delay. They may resume here at 8 o'clock tonight. We'll check in on all that. All right, that's going to do it. We'll see you again tomorrow, everybody. Goodbye.